Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM shit show, and today we're back for another iGenius slash WFABB video. I discovered a new coach. She's very problematic, and she is the person, if you've been watching my content, especially my iGenius content, you might remember that a while ago I was contacted by a videographer, which, hello if you're watching. He had let me know that he was actually hired to follow this particular iGenius rep, and she hired a videographer to follow her around during one of the events earlier this year. But she also told him to be careful not to catch a logo of iGenius in those videos that he was recording, which obviously was really weird and sus. So when he finished the job, he actually came back home, he googled iGenius, and then he found the anti-mlm community. I think he said Isabella Lanter and my own videos. This video today is going to cover a lot of her own posts. This person has a podcast which is called Hate to Say It or something like that. Echo aka our friend of the channel Tish made a reaction video to the full episode of the podcast, so I'm going to link her video down below. Please go sub to her, watch her content, and also do let me know if you want me to react to maybe some of the future episodes that they might put out. But anyways, before we get into the video, we're going to put a little disclaimer here, and as always, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me. And if you think you're subscribed, please double check that you are, because YouTube has been unsubscribing people from my channel lately. Alright, so let's get into this. This is the first clip from the podcast.
This is just my opinion. I can never date. I don't want to say
Say it. Just say say your requirements.
Say
your checklist. Write a list. Check it twice.
We're gonna talk about this in another episode. But for me personally, if I'm gonna marry someone, they need to be more successful than me, and they need to make more money than me.
Okay, like I get this point of view, but again, I don't get it at the same time. Are you degrading yourself in that way? Like, are women not allowed to be more successful than a man or earn more money than a man? It's kind of a weird type of opinion for me. If I was earning more money than my boyfriend, which I'm pretty sure I was at one point when I was working in an airline, let me know down below what you think about this kind of opinion. Like I said, I understand in one hand why you want a man to be more successful, but the other hand, I really don't understand why does that matter. If you find someone that suits you personality wise, if you like them, get along great, why would it even matter if they're more successful than you? I feel like this is the part of people today having really high standards, or being hyper focused on money and success, and then making bad choices in their love lives. I get it, like if you want to have a family and whatever, you want the man to support you, that's fine. But again, I just find this very strange, especially from a woman who is supposed to be an entrepreneur, super successful. It's like, you're okay by yourself. Even if you have kids, you're in an MLM, right? A residual income type of thing. So that's not going to affect your pay, right? So why is it so important that the man is more successful than you? I don't know. It's just not something that I personally understand. Like I said, please let me know down below what you think about this, especially if you do want the man to be more successful and earn more money than you. Let me know down below your reasons, because it might open my eyes a little bit. That also brings me to the point where I was watching Abba and Preach's video a few months back, I think it was a few months back, where there was this interview where the ladies were asked, how much do you want your partner to earn, or something like that, and they were all saying, yeah, he should be a 7-figure earner and in mid-20s and something like that. What? He's barely out of college or out of school in his mid-20s. Do you understand that that's not realistic expectations? That's just not how the world works, especially for such young people. Like I said, they're barely out of school or college. They can, but that does not happen for an average person. In my opinion, the more important factors in a relationship, they need to respect you. You need to have good communication. If they have so much money and everything, but they have no respect for you, or you don't know how to communicate with each other, your relationship is not gonna last. But anyway, I feel like I've been ranting for too long about this one thing. Let's move on to the next one.
Entrepreneur means
I did that shit by myself.
So it says you're a successful woman who started an online business and report to nobody but yourself. Her caption also says, drop entrepreneur if you're tired of letting someone else control your income. I only have one thing to say to this, really. You're not an entrepreneur. It's not your online business. You joined iGenius and you probably had a good following on Instagram and you recruited your followers. I don't know what her full story is and I don't really care at the moment. Maybe she joined early enough, I'm not sure, but yeah, it is not your online business. You are not your own boss and you're not self-made because you are working in iGenius. You're a contractor for iGenius. I would hardly call that being an entrepreneur. I would call it, personally, in my opinion, a scammer, but that's just my opinion. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, bro, they don't have to be a millionaire. At least a 7-figure earner. At least
A 7-figure.
Don't be calling yourself a
Okay, this is
an alpha
she's
male.
gonna give her definition.
No,
I'm
don't
gonna give
be
my
calling
definition.
yourself an alpha male making 30K a year.
No,
Like, sir,
30K is broke.
There's other things to work on than your alpha.
No, 30K is not.
With the whole alpha male thing, I think that's just really bullshit and toxic masculinity. It's like, why are we even talking about this? But again, she's like, you're not an alpha male if you're earning 30K per year. There's nothing wrong with earning 30K per year. Again, this is just a case of the ladies having, in my opinion, way too high expectations and standards. And by the following reels that we're going to see, I know they're supposed to be a joke, but I feel like this is what their love lives actually look like. And you know how they say there's kind of some truth in jokes. The whole alpha kind of thing is just, I find that very, very toxic and very, very silly. But anyway, let's move on to the next one.
This message is for the people who consistently say that they want a better life, that they want to have this dream house and they want to be rich, but they don't really know how to do it. I'm going to break it down for you. First and foremost, you have to understand that if you actually want this lifestyle for yourself, if you actually want to be rich, if you want these extravagant things that we all claim that we do, you have to do two things. This is what the top 5% of the world does, and this is why they have the money that they have. One, you need to have an online business, and two, you need to invest your money. Because I'll be honest, if you are not investing your money, you're saving it, which you're losing money on that, or you're spending it, which you're double losing on that. This is exactly what I started to do 2.5 years ago, and at the age of 25, I can now afford my lifestyle. Since somebody helped me get into this, I will be actually helping 10 people this month and showing them exactly what I was able to do and how they can do the same. So if you're interested, just drop your Instagram in the comments and I will reach out to you.
This is one of those things where she's like, I'm only taking 10 people this month. Hurry up and join before all the places are taken. But I can bet she's probably taking unlimited amount of people, because the more people, the more money for her. And also they're doing these trainings in like groups and Zoom calls and stuff. So it's not like it's an individual trial. Well, maybe it is, maybe I'm wrong. But again, in order for you to be successful, you don't have to have an online business. You don't have to have your own business. You can be successful in plenty other ways rather than just having an online business. But then again, since this is an MLM rep, joining an MLM does not make you an online business owner. It's a bunch of bullshit. This lady is lying to you. It's not your online business. You're an independent contractor for a multi-level marketing company where, according to the FTC, up to 99% of people earn very little to no money annually. So it is not worth your time. Investment is great, sure, if you can. If you should invest your money, but there's a lot of people, especially nowadays during the inflation, that cannot afford to invest, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't have money to invest, just don't invest, you know. Anyways, next one's one of those reels where I was saying like toxic masculinity and just being hyper focused on superficial things, money and success. So let's take a look.
Bitch, I can't see.
Bitch, snap out of it.
Bitch, I can't fucking see.
So it says, tag your friend who relates to this when you're ignoring all his red flags because he's tall, funny, and rich. And again, I know this is supposed to be a joke, but you should never ignore red flags on a person just because they look a certain way or because they might be rich or successful. Just gonna put that out there because I was dating someone when I was 19. I was dating someone who I thought was he was smart. He's going to be successful. He was in college at the time. He was very, very handsome. At the time, I cannot stand his face. It's been haunting me for years, like literally. I'm not even joking, because he turned out to be a fucking psychopath who almost ruined my whole life. Thankfully, I had a good support system and I went to therapy, but he traumatized me for the rest of my life because he was showing me red flags, but I was young, I was in love, and I chose to ignore those red flags. It turned out very, very bad for me, so even though I know this is probably supposed to be a joke, I'm still gonna put that out there. Please never ignore red flags on someone. Just if you see red flags, run to the hills. The song will get me copyrighted, so it just says, men with no gold to dig, avoiding gold diggers. Sir, fix yourself. This is kind of like them being very sassy towards men who earn less than 7 figures and who would call them gold diggers. I feel like they're kind of admitting that they're gold diggers. Again, if they are really successful, I guess, can you really be a gold digger if you are successful yourself? But would that mean that they're not that successful, so they are looking for rich and tall men? I don't know. You let me know down below what you think. But this, to me, feels like you're calling yourself a gold digger. Okay, next one will get me copyright. So she says, I would check myself into a mental hospital today, but I have $1 million a month to make. And then her caption says, goals so big that mental health needs to be ignored. What the heck, lady? I guess this was a good video to talk about mental health and being abused and harassed. Again, I realize this is supposed to be a joke, but there are people on social media who are struggling in their lives, and there are very impressionable kids on there as well, teens, kids, whatever. So I don't really agree with these kind of things being joked about. Your mental health is obviously important, and regardless how much money you make, you should not ignore it, and you should not get into the whole hustle and grind type of thing, because your mental health and your physical health is going to suffer as well. Because I was earlier this year, I was just hustling. I was working like 10 hours a day, at least 10 to 13 hours a day, every day, even the weekends. I was enjoying it. I was doing YouTube content, IG content. I was doing my full-time job. I was learning how to edit videos, stuff like that. And I kind of overworked myself, even though I was enjoying the work that I was doing outside of my full-time job. Not that I enjoy my full-time job. My physical health started to suffer. All right, next one is my favorite WFABB girly, so let's see what she has to say.
You better fix my entire life, you little shit.
Okay, not aggressive at all. It says, your company has new partnerships in a new industry, new health and wellness supplements, skinny and happy. Yes, you heard that right. Skinny and happy. There's so many things wrong with that. Extremely, extremely toxic to connect happiness with being skinny. But also, yeah, apparently iGenius now has wellness products, which, wow, like investment, trading, cryptocurrencies, whatever, and then, oh, let's just add wellness products to that, because why not? That makes total sense. Her caption here says, that's right, I'm so excited. I'm finally able to share the big news. When financial meets health and becomes one heart. New partnership, new products. Who wants to be skinny and happy with me all winter and glow up? Lady, what is wrong with you? I'm kind of concerned about my girl here now, because first of all, she looks great. I do visit her IG profile often enough, and she looks amazing. She doesn't need to lose any weight unless she's leading a very unhealthy lifestyle, and she might need to change some things, and then maybe the weight comes off naturally, like if she's eating junk food and stuff like that. This is a woman that does not need to lose any weight. Also, if you lose weight, you will not be happy. Like, Instagram is full of people sharing their weaknesses and their experiences in the past with toxic fitness diet and stuff. And I was one of those. I was always striving to be skinnier, and I was never happy. I had like 2 different EDs, and it was the most terrible time of my life, almost, when I was skinny. I wasn't happy. Being skinny is not gonna make you happy. So let's move on to the next one.
Because we are in a recession right now, do not let what the government and what the banks and what people are teaching you scare you, okay? There is lots of money to be made. How, Sarah? Well, they printed 40% of all the money that the country has in the last 12 months. That means that somebody's got to get paid. And let me tell you something, history shows Anytime there's a war, a recession, millionaires and billionaires are born.
Just when I was about to say I might be ready to forgive you for using war in order to promote your MLM biz, she goes out and puts out this again. Once again implying that yes, when there's a war, aka a war in Ukraine probably, this is your chance to join iGenius and to become a millionaire because that is associated with each other. I mean, Bitcoin is not even, didn't it fall again in price? How are you supposed to become a millionaire during the inflation if you're an average person who is living probably paycheck to paycheck, especially now in the winter when all of our bills are going to be through the roof? What? You should dig out $1,500 to join iGenius? Where are you supposed to dig out that kind of money, Sarah, if an average person lives paycheck from paycheck? How are you supposed to do that? It's easy to say that, but you didn't really give us any details on how to do it, you know? Let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna have to read this one because again, she's got copyrighted music and I do not want to risk getting copyrighted because of this lady. Okay, so she says, if you're in your 20s and 30s and you are not investing, you need to start. Okay, I didn't start until my 30s and I wish I had known this sooner. I always knew how to make money, but learning how to manage your money, duplicate your money, grow your money in financial marketplaces is a whole different skill set that school doesn't teach you. So if you haven't started, start now. Follow and comment below. So again, yeah, sure, investing is good if you have money to actually invest. But again, aren't we forgetting that we're kind of in a picky situation at the moment where it's an inflation and there's whole chaos in the world and people live paycheck from paycheck. So no, they don't have money to invest most likely. And especially even if you do have money and you would like to invest your money into something, please, for the love of God, invest. But do not join a multi-level marketing to help you invest. That is a waste of your money and your time. Take that 1,000 and something that you would pay for the iGenius membership and just invest that into something. But also please do your research because it's easy to make a bad investment. And they might say, well, this is why we have iGenius, the AI that invests for you, the portfolios and experts. No. Loads of experts are out there putting out videos on like YouTube, Twitch, wherever. You can find them, you can follow them, you can learn online. You don't need to learn. You don't need an MLM to learn how to invest. So please save yourself some time and money if you are considering doing this. Okay, next one says 9.5% inflation increase. Have a recession-proof business, products and services. Having a call Wednesday explaining how you can increase your income net worth over the next 12 to 48 months and become recession-proof. Oh God, I would love to be in one of her calls. Bestie, if you're watching this, can we find a way to actually get into one of Sarah's calls? You either get paid for the decision you made years ago or you pay for decisions you made years ago. Hashtag passive income investor choice recession proof. So she's just everywhere, you know, recession, wars. I'm gonna use whatever the fuck I can to promote my MLM biz, and that is, in my opinion, just disgusting. And like I said, just when I was about to feel sorry for this lady, she just manages to kick that out of me, and I'm just really annoyed now. But you let me know down below what you thought about this. Please comment if I forgot to comment something or debunk anything that one of these posts mentioned or said. And as always, I appreciate you for watching, especially if you made it this far. I love you. The algorithm loves you as well. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you'd like to support me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.